Okay, we have 2 vanilla beans here, and I'm going to explain and show you how to work with the pure vanilla bean. Vanilla is one of my favorite flavorings. It's so delicious. It comes in a pod that is 6 to 8 inches long, and it's actually you should get them plump and moist so that they're soft, not dried out. That's the best way to get them. And they come from an orchid. There's 35,000 varieties of orchids, and the vanilla is one of them. And it's the only orchid that actually produces a fruit or a seed that you can use. It smells so good. It's a feminine energy, or it's considered a feminine plant, and the chocolate cacao is a male plant. In plant mythologies, it's often thought that they came together, that they were lovers and came together, and they're amazing used together. So, but right now we're just going to talk about the vanilla bean. So how to use it: you take the vanilla bean and you cut it down the middle. Then you can open it up, and inside the pod, these very beautiful, decadent seeds. Those are all the tiny vanilla seeds, and that's what gives it the most flavoring. Thousands and thousands of tiny, tiny seeds. You can just put in the seeds in a recipe or in a drink. Just use a tiny amount. But I will show you how you can make an extract from it that you can leave in the fridge. And in some recipes, if you're making a cake or something thicker, you can actually put the whole pod in. And if you have a high-speed blender, that will blend it and grind it right down. But a lot of the home blenders will leave little chunks of the pod. And it's just flavored from the seeds. So it has some flavoring in it. It's nice if you can use the whole thing, because vanilla beans tend to be fairly expensive, so it's quite a treat to have the real thing. But the taste is phenomenal, and it's so worth using it sometimes. Now, if you want to make your own extract, you can take your blender and take 2 whole vanilla beans and just add the whole thing to the water. I'm going to use 1 1/2. I'm going to leave this for another recipe that I have, because I just have the 2 vanilla pods right now. So add to 1 1/2 vanilla beans, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of water, which is this. And then blend on high speed. You can put as much or as little water as you like, and as many beans as you want, depending on how thick you want it. This is just an average to go by. And high speed. I left it on extra long because I want it to get really, really chopped up. Then you can take it out and use the spatula, because you don't want to waste any of this. It's very precious. And scrape down the sides. So all of the bits of the bean are in the water. And then get a small glass container if you have it, any small container, and you can leave it in the fridge for up to a week. Maybe even a little over a week. A couple weeks would probably be okay. then you can use this as you would regular vanilla extract. And you may even need a little bit less of this than you would in a commercial vanilla extract, depending on which one. And you can just store that in the fridge. Voila! Although you can put the vanilla extract in the fridge and leave it there for a week or two, it's a good idea not to put the beans in their original form in the fridge, because then they'll get dry and they're not as easy to use, and the flavor will go quicker with them like that. But you can store the beans in a cool, dry place in an airtight container almost indefinitely. So store the beans, and then when you make this, keep it in the fridge, use it within a week or two. Or you can just use the beans plain, whichever you like. But it's nice to use it fresh. You get a really deep flavor, a really strong, beautiful vanilla flavor. It's very special.